ever wondered how The Simpsons, a mere animated sitcom, could predict major world events with uncanny accuracy? Indeed, it's a question that has left many of us scratching our heads. The Simpsons, an American animated sitcom, has been a staple of television for over 3 decades. Over the course of its long run, the show has become famous not just for its humor and satire, but for something rather unexpected: its uncanny ability to forecast the future. Yes, you heard it right. The Simpsons, with their yellow-skinned characters and satirical portrayal of working-class life, have a knack for predicting real-world events. And we're not talking about minor happenings here. The show has foreseen significant world events, some of which seemed far-fetched at the time they were aired, but later turned out to be eerily accurate. Take, for instance, the prediction of Donald Trump's presidency a full 16 years before he was elected to the office. Or consider the episode that foretold the outbreak of a global pandemic, similar to the COVID-19 crisis that shook the world in the year 2020. These are just a couple of the numerous instances where The Simpsons have shown us a glimpse of the future, leaving us in awe of their prophetic prowess. But how does this happen? Is it mere coincidence? Or is there something more to it? Are the creators of The Simpsons time travelers, or do they possess some crystal ball that gives them a peek into the future? The theories are as intriguing as the predictions themselves. Over the next few scenes, we'll dive deeper into these fascinating forecasts. We'll explore some of the most notable predictions made by The Simpsons, discussing them in detail and examining how they unfolded in reality. We'll delve into the astounding accuracy of these predictions, their implications, and the theories that attempt to explain this fascinating phenomenon. Stay tuned as we delve into these astounding predictions in the order they appeared on the show. Back in 2000, The Simpsons aired an episode titled Bart to the Future, where they predicted the Trump presidency. In this episode, a vision of the future shows Lisa Simpson sitting in the Oval Office, now serving as the President of the United States. She makes a remark that's rather intriguing. "We've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump." The episode was aired 16 years before Donald Trump would go on to win the 2016 presidential election, a fact that has sparked countless discussions and debates about the predictive prowess of The Simpsons. But let's delve a bit deeper into the storyline, shall we? The episode portrays Lisa grappling with the economic fallout from Trump's presidency. It's a grim picture indeed, but it's essential to remember that the writers didn't create this scenario as a prophecy. Instead, they intended it as a warning. They saw Trump's presidency as an outrageous idea, a concept so far-fetched that it would serve as a wake-up call to the audience. This episode, like many others, used satire and humor to comment on current events and societal trends. The writers didn't foresee Trump's presidency. They used it as a tool to illustrate a point about the direction in which they felt society was heading. But what was the reaction when this supposed prediction came true? The response was a mix of awe, fear, and amusement. Some hailed The Simpsons as seers, while others viewed it as an eerie coincidence. Many were left wondering, how could a satirical cartoon predict such a significant event? The truth, as it often is, lies somewhere in the middle. The Simpsons has a knack for satire that often hits close to home, and this episode is no different. It's a testament to the show's sharp commentary and its uncanny ability to tap into cultural undercurrents. Who could have guessed that this outrageous storyline would become a reality 16 years later? Perhaps not even the writers themselves. But it's these moments of life imitating art that make The Simpsons a show that continues to captivate and surprise us, even decades after its debut. In 1995, The Simpsons showcased a future where people interact with their phones on a touchscreen and video chat, a concept that seemed far-fetched at the time. Let's take a moment to travel back to the mid-90s. In an episode titled Lisa's Wedding, we were taken 15 years into the future where Lisa Simpson is engaged. The episode was chock full of future tech that seemed purely imaginative at the time. But here we are, living in a world where these technologies are not just real but everyday essentials. The episode featured Lisa's fiancé using a watch to make a phone call, a concept that is now a reality with smartwatches. It also showed us a world where books are obsolete and everyone reads on electronic devices. Today, e-readers and tablets have made digital reading a norm, but perhaps the most striking prediction was the use of touchscreen phones and video chat. In the episode, characters interact with their phones using a touchscreen, a technology that was unheard of in the 90s. Fast forward to today, and we can't imagine a world without our touchscreen smartphones. The video chat feature too was a prediction that hit the mark. In Lisa's Wedding, characters communicate via video calls, something that seemed like a distant dream in the era of landline phones. Today, video calls are a staple of our communication, especially in the age of remote work and social distancing. It's incredible to think that The Simpsons managed to anticipate these technologies over 2 decades ago. The show's creators didn't just predict the future, they painted a picture of a world that was technologically advanced, yet still familiar. A world where technology is seamlessly integrated into our daily lives, just as it is now. So, how did The Simpsons do it? How did they manage to foresee these technological advancements? Well, the truth is, we don't really know. Maybe they were just incredibly imaginative, or maybe they had a keen sense of where technology was headed. It's almost as if the creators had a crystal ball, isn't it? In 1993, The Simpsons aired an episode where they predicted the outbreak of a global pandemic, and even the panic buying that followed. The episode, titled Marge in Chains, presented a storyline that seems all too familiar to us today. In the episode, a worker in Osaka, Japan, accidentally sneezes into a package that gets shipped to Springfield, sparking what the show dubs as the Osaka flu. The residents of Springfield are soon seen succumbing to the illness, with symptoms eerily similar to those of a real-world pandemic. But it doesn't stop there. The Simpsons didn't just predict the outbreak, they also foresaw the societal reaction that would follow. In the chaos of the pandemic, the citizens of Springfield resort to panic buying, leaving the shops empty, a situation that many of us have witnessed firsthand in recent times. The uncanny accuracy of this prediction left audiences around the world astounded. As the real-world events unfolded, many couldn't help but recall the episode from over 2 decades ago. It was as if The Simpsons had held a mirror up to the future, reflecting back a world that was all too familiar. It begs the question, how did a primetime cartoon predict such a specific series of events? Some credit the show's long run and the sheer number of episodes, suggesting that it's a law of averages. But others see the prediction as a testament to the show's sharp social commentary and its creators' understanding of societal trends and human behavior. Regardless of how The Simpsons managed to predict these events, the accuracy of this particular prediction is nothing short of chilling. It serves as a stark reminder of the show's uncanny ability to anticipate global happenings, making us wonder what other future events might be hidden in the depths of its many episodes. This prediction is a chilling reminder of the show's ability to anticipate world events. And as we continue to navigate through our unpredictable world, perhaps we should keep an eye on the residents of Springfield. After all, they seem to have a knack for seeing what's coming. As we have seen, The Simpsons' predictions are not only shocking, but also surprisingly accurate. From accurately predicting the 2016 presidential election to foreseeing the advancement of various tech gadgets, the show's track record is nothing short of impressive. Let's revisit some of the most precise predictions we've talked about. The Simpsons' portrayal of Donald Trump as the President of the United States, a full 16 years before the actual event, was an eerie foreshadowing. Who could forget the episode where Lisa becomes the president and inherits a budget crunch from her predecessor, Trump? Then there's the technological foresight. The Simpsons predicted the advent of smartwatches years before they became a staple of modern life. They even foresaw the rise of virtual reality food, a concept that seemed ludicrous at the time but is now becoming a reality in the tech world. And of course, the show's knack for predicting global events is uncanny. The Simpsons has touched on everything from FIFA corruption scandals to Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox, all years before these events unfolded in real life. So why is The Simpsons so good at predicting the future? Is it due to the clever writing, a dash of sheer luck, or perhaps a crystal ball hidden in the writer's room? Some argue that the show's longevity and its penchant for social commentary make it a statistical likelihood that some predictions would come true. Others believe that the writers are simply very perceptive, picking up on societal trends and extrapolating them into the future. Regardless of the reasons, The Simpsons' predictive powers are undeniably fascinating. They invite us to question, to ponder, and to marvel at the possibilities of what could be. While we can't say for sure why The Simpsons is so good at predicting the future, one thing is certain: it's always worth keeping an eye on Springfield's most famous family.